Welcome back to the channel. Manny B Investing in BI. And in this video, we're going to be talking about COTI. The 2022 roadmap has been released. It was released last week. I want to say on the 9th, like last Wednesday. Didn't get a ton of interaction. I feel like a lot of the sentiment on COTI has kind of just been kind of silent as far as investors and people and content creators. But COTI themselves as a project, as a business, a company, they've been putting a lot of work in because it's a very important year for them. They're going to be growing exponentially in 2022. Lots of stuff going on. Let's take a look at the tweet here. Follow the COTI 2022 roadmap release. Following the COTI 2022 roadmap release, we organized an internal discussion between the COTI team from marketing, product business, and Shahaf to further describe COTI's plans for the upcoming year. They actually put out a video. It's about 40 minutes long. If you're really interested in COTI, I would recommend checking it out. They go over a few things. They explain a couple of different things. So it's a worthwhile video. But let's take a look at sentiment on the tweet. In COTI, since day zero, more and less, lost 4K since Treasury launched, starting to have doubts on this coin. I hope to be proven wrong, but still don't understand why it is possible to lose coins staking. Let's see. I've been seeing a lot of people upset and, just saying things in like on Reddit. I don't really know what was going on. People were talking about losing tokens, something to do with a bridge or having to sell their tokens for a loss. So I don't know what's going on over there. I saw a few posts. I might do a video on that after I do a little investigating to see what was actually going on. But yeah, that's an interesting tweet. So I'm glad that he actually tweeted that. What does your stablecoin actually do though? It's been a year. What's the purpose? He doesn't know what a stablecoin is. Okay. That's weird. All right. That's a weird tweet. And somebody responded, look properly. Mainnet launch is scheduled for quarter Q2. Do you expect them to ignore their timetable? So realistically, it will be Q3 or Q4, maybe next year. I cannot see any staking option anymore on Binance. Why so? Eesh. Why are you on Binance? COTI has 15 weekly red bars in the last 20 weeks. In 6 consecutive weeks, red candles now, free fall. The more you delay JED, the more investors you'll lose, and Treasury API will go down as a result. Every week you delay JED launch. I don't really see it like that. I just don't. That is because BTC leads the market, right? You can look up 90% of the coins. Exactly. Like, these people are insane. They literally believe that like the price of the token or coin has anything to do with the project's development. It has literally nothing to do with each other. They're completely different and completely separate things. The market is down. That is why your tokens and your coins are losing value. It doesn't have anything to do with what COTI isn't or is doing in their development or their business practices. These people are incredibly ridiculous at best. But let's take a look at the roadmap because these people are annoying. Coin as a service, design partners, Q1, Treasury launch. So the Treasury did launch, so they accomplished the Treasury launch. So JED testnet. So people screaming about when JED. They haven't even launched a testnet yet, according to this roadmap. So you guys might as well stop saying that until well after the testnet has launched. These are indicators, folks. They're talking about Q2 for JED mainnet, liquidity bootstrapping and implementation in Q2. So I would say JED launch, you're looking at here to here, depending on what happens in the world, could easily be 2023. So that's just the way it is, unfortunately. JED is new. It's incredibly complex as far as implementation goes. It's not easy to build the world's first algorithmic stablecoin. It is complex in how it works. How it works is there's a stablecoin, SC, and a reserve coin, RC. In order to create a JED stablecoin, you have to deposit ADA. ADA is deposited. When you deposit this ADA, minted is JED, the stablecoin, and SHIN, the reserve coin. And then there is a balancing of all of those things in order to keep the parity, in order to keep it stable at $1. So it requires a lot of three different assets being balanced across two different blockchains, because COTI is a layer 1. It is a layer 1 chain. It's a multi-dag. So they're working with a lot of companies, real world companies. I want to say speculation says one of them is Nabisco. And they are a layer 1. They're going to offer a network to companies, enterprises, developers for payments. So say you're, I don't know, let's say you're a Best Buy and you want to create a digital payment solution for your customers. You want to integrate this into your mobile app. So first you sign an agreement with COTI. They work with you. They figure out what you're developing, or you develop it with them. They build out. You're going to use stablecoin. So you're going to have some kind of base currency. This is, the example is not real, because I do not believe American companies can participate in this, unfortunately. You are going to have to deal with licensing and all of that stuff, and make sure that the companies are legitimate, approved financial, they have the licenses. You have to have a license to operate when it comes to currencies, things like that. So this is only really going to work with countries and nations that are okay with digital forms of payment, digital currencies, and aren't kind of owned by Visa, because Visa owns that space. So this is a niche in the moment, but that's why I see COTI as this thing that is not going to be the now. So people that are constantly complaining about when is this going to happen, when is that going to happen, COTI is a long-term play. COTI is building for the future of money. That is not today. Countries don't even like cryptocurrencies. So how do you think COTI is going to be able to operate in America when the American government, one, doesn't even know what cryptocurrency is, barely, and also hates it? So the people that are commenting, like, just stop it, man. Like, if you think you're going to buy COTI and then it's just going to go, to $1,000 in a couple of months, you are insane. It's not going to happen. The stuff is not going to get adopted anytime soon. Most first world countries don't even want this technology. So first, that is a roadblock we'll have to get over. But the few countries that are out there, and the few larger institutions that can actually do business with COTI, it's a slow burn. They're moving slow. They're developing. They don't even have a test net for JED up yet. So that should tell you everything you need to know if you have any familiarity with development. You need a sandbox. You need a test net first before you even can do anything, before you can even test anything. And they don't even have that up yet. So just hold your horses, people. This is a really interesting roadmap. They've got a number of different services. They're multi-tag. Foxnet 2.0. Foxnet is not even launched yet. Foxnet is a bare bones kind of like sandbox. It is a like a alpha network. It's if you're familiar with like CRM, we're talking about a developer sandbox essentially. So you have your full sandbox, which would be the 2.0 testnet, where you have all the features available for you. It's basically just a test version of your production environment. Foxnet. Foxnet is your developer sandbox. It is bare bones for the basic features of the network or the product. So you're testing core functionality on this Foxnet, and then once you get that core functionality working smoothly, then you move on to a testnet, a full sandbox where you can test everything. That's Q2. They're thinking about having that ready. A new token standard. So in Q2, they're going to be completely revamping, redoing a new native asset. So COTI is going to transform, sort of like like ERC20. Before ERC20, there were other ones. Like, they're upgrading their asset to be able to do different things. It's going to take a while for this network to get rolling to where they can just start, boom, boom, actually rolling out products. And I don't see that happening for years to come. Treasury updates, new token standard. This is going to be a big one, the new token standard. JED mainnet. Like Q2, we're still developing JED in Q2. So all these people that think in a couple of months you're going to be using JED on platforms, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. This is a long-term thing. I see JED being a thing next year. I would set my sights on next year. Unless unless the world does a full reversal, the economy turns around, the world friction lessens, I don't see JED being a staple or savior of stable coins, on Cardano or any other network in 2022. I just don't see it. So be prepared to use USDT. Be prepared to use USDC, Milcomeda, wrapped assets. Be prepared for that. That's where I'm setting my sights. My sights are set on Milcomeda. We're going to be taking advantage of Ethereum wrapped assets. Cardano, a lot of the stuff that's going to make Cardano what it is just not going to be really here in 2022. The DeFi platforms will be. The stable coins or this particular stable coin, I don't see it. Q3, multi-DAG 2.0 mainnet, new bridge release, new Explorer release. So this is, we're talking about Foxnet testnet. They plan to release the new DAG, the mainnet in Q3. I think that's they know what they're doing. They know what their sprints are. If they believe that they can hit that stuff, they've got nothing else to do. Markets are down. That's when you put your head down and you run. So hopefully that works out. The new bridge, the current bridge is just trash. It's garbage. It doesn't work very well. There's issues on both sides. They say they're stripping it down, rebuilding it from scratch. So Q3, they're saying that should be ready. In COTI Pay Business V2, this will probably start. They should be able to, onboard businesses, basic stuff, nothing crazy, nothing that's going to really pump the value of the token or the coin. I just don't see it. Treasury governance token, that's a big one. We're talking about a governance token for COTI. So there's going to be COTI that has the utility, right? All the fees paid in COTI moves to the Treasury. The Treasury then kind of distributed to the holders of the tokens that are staked in the Treasury. Unfortunately, Americans, we don't get to participate in any of that stuff. All we can do is hold the token. All we can do is trade the token. That's it. We don't get the stake. We don't get any part of the Treasury. It's not going to happen. So a lot of you people that are in these nations like America that want regulation or don't have regulations, don't have any framework for cryptocurrencies, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to participate in this. I keep seeing people in the Telegram and all that, the Discord even. They're like, when is they're sitting there and they're waiting. They're like, I'm accumulating COTI. I can't wait until we'll be able to participate in the Treasury. Sorry, buddy, it's not happening. It is not happening. Especially if we keep getting Democrats in office. Like, Democrats hate cryptocurrency. Not going to happen. I know a majority of you people especially on Twitter, a lot of the Cardano people, you Cardano bros, you guys are really, really liberal. You guys are really into, the wave. I mean, it's what's popular. Unfortunately, your favorite politicians absolutely hate cryptocurrency. They hate it. You keep voting for them. They're going to keep blocking it. They're going to keep putting it off. You're never going to get into the treasury. Unfortunately, sorry for you. Change your way of thinking. You kind of are almost there. You're here in the cryptocurrency space. You're kind of almost there. Just keep evolving, keep going, and we can make this work for Americans. We can get involved in this stuff if we keep moving forward. We keep growing. But current state of America, current state of American politics, it's not going to happen. Enterprise token. This is big. This is big bullish. So when you start to get here, when you start to see that, the business V2, you see the governance token, you see the new token standard. I think this is really if they can get this to happen in Q2, they're moving fast. They're moving fast if they can get that token standard released in Q2. But enterprise token, COTI Pay Business V2, a Treasury governance, lots of bullish stuff. I think, this is not financial advice, but I feel like the back end of 2022 is going to be where you're moving, depending on what's going on in the world. There's a lot of stuff happening in these 2 quarters. If they can stick to their plan, that's going to accelerate the utility in this project. That could be a catalyst for upward movement of the token price. So this is the roadmap. Kind of went a little deep, talking about what's going on with COTI. I haven't been accumulating. I dumped mine at 30 cents. People made fun of me, talked trash, but in the end, it ended up being the right move because, it went down. We're down in like the 20-cent range, so I can rebuy lower than I had bought before. So it worked out. I just haven't started yet because this is just going to be a long-term thing. If COTI is going to survive, if COTI is going to thrive as a layer 1 chain for payments, this is a 10-year deal here. I don't expect to see anything crazy, anything super mainstream for the next 10 years. That's just what my belief is on this, given the way the world is working, where they can operate, and the things that they are creating. So that is kind of the 2022 roadmap. My take on each quarter, each bullet point on here. Stay COTI, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.